What makes you like a person, or what makes you want to be friends with them? Someone says we can be friends because we have so much in common. Some others say I want to hang out with them because they are so different. What about you? Have you thought about why your relationship world is built this way? Why do you hate this guy, and why do you love her? Hi guys, it's me David, a guy super likable. See? Some of you agree with me, some of you don't. In this video, I'm going to explore with you about why. I used to be a super shy kid. Can you imagine this face to be shy? It's true, when I was a kid, I spent all of my time at home watching TV and playing video games. Until one day, my mom forced me to go out. She told me that I couldn't come back until evening. I didn't know where to go, so I sat in front of the entrance of the building. I guess my plan was just to sit there for the whole day to get my skin tanned. Nope. Then this boy, who also lived in my neighborhood, shouted out my name. I was surprised because we had barely talked much before. In fact, I didn't even like him because he was one of those bad boys at school. Then he took me out to play. He was so crazy, nothing like me. He took me to eat the flowers in the garden. He took me to deflate the tires of the bicycle of a teacher he didn't like at school. And he took me to play arcade games. Of course I paid for that because he was super cheap. And we almost got caught by his mom, but we managed to escape. I didn't know why, but we became best friends. Then time flew and we grew up. I got a desk job in a normal company. He got a night shift at the airport. One day, we walked down the streets. He still liked to shout out random words right in the middle of the crowd, like, "You were shot! You were shot!" He enjoyed the attention, and I told him, "I'm hungry, let's have dinner." He told me, "I'm not hungry, but I can watch you eat." Then we went to a restaurant. He just sat there watching me order the food. He said he was on a diet, so he wouldn't eat. It's okay. Then I said, "It's my treat." He was so happy and he started eating a lot, more than I did. Several years have passed. I was about to get married. I sent him an invitation to my wedding ceremony, but he never replied. FYI, in China, it's tradition that at the wedding ceremony, the guests will pay money to congratulate the couple. At that time, around $50 to $100. Although he didn't reply to my invitation, I could see him posting WeChat moments about his life at the same time. Then I realized he didn't want to come. It's okay, because I knew him back in ages that he was just that cheap. After that, he didn't contact me for 12 months. And 1 year later, out of the blue, he sent me the invitation for his wedding. Shit, I didn't even know he had a girlfriend. You know what? I didn't reply either. I guess being cheap is contagious, right? And yesterday, I met that friend in the street while I was walking with my wife. He shouted out my name, and I looked at him with surprise. I waved my hand at him once, and he nodded his chin at me. But no one moved a step forward. At this moment, I realized now we have nothing to talk about. In your life, have you ever experienced some friendships that ended this way? To explore why it happened, there is a simple experiment. Make a list of your character traits and choose the 3 most dominant ones. For me, it's like this. Since I have my circle, you have yours. Normally people will think it's the crossing part that makes us friends. If we both like video games, we can play it together, right? But what if there is another me? Totally identical. We have exactly the same circle of traits. Does that mean we are best friends forever? I don't know. Maybe. So I have a question for you. Do you want to be your own best friend? Are your best friends more like you yourself, or you enjoy the part where the circle is not crossing together? Just like a bubble. For me, I think it's the similarity that makes us feel comfortable. We don't need to leave because it makes us feel super safe here. But the different part makes us curious, makes us want to verify it by ourselves. I might agree with that person, or we might disagree with each other and we fight. To me, it's just the parts that we disagree with that makes the sparkle of new things. If all of us agree to everything, there will be no inventions, no creations, no arts, nothing new. Sometimes we just don't want to admit that the most brilliant part of ourselves actually come from others. In fact, when I look back to the traits I have now, I realize that I wasn't born with many of those traits. So if I take out all the traits that don't originally belong to me, I will just be a person that like playing video games and staying at home, who doesn't like small talk and social network. Here, this is your best friend. Have fun! So maybe in your life, if you don't like that person, try not just say no with judgment. You may discover something amazing hidden inside a cover that you may not initially be used to. Because good and bad traits always come in pairs. In the end, I just want to say thank you to all the people that I've met and I didn't like. Because if it's not you, I would still be the kid staying all day indoor and afraid to see the outside world. And I still don't like you. But now I can appreciate your traits that I don't have.